All right, boys and girls, and welcome to Gorn Guitar. We have Wish Wednesday. All right, you wish for songs here on Gorn Guitar. Write a comment to me, wish for it, really begging, and I fulfill your wishes here. I bring them up here on Gorn Guitar and try to show you how to play. And this time we have you, Annie B. You wish for a song from Lawrence Spencer Smith. It's called Hey. Hey, Annie B, welcome to Gorn Guitar. This one is for you and for all you Lawrence Spencer Smith fans. Long word, Lawrence Spencer Smith fans. All right, let's take a look at this song and we will go clean here. All right, so no need for any capo. And this is a picking based song, so we'll not play the strumming here for any chord or so. We'll pick from the chords. I'm gonna give you one pattern that works for this chords or grips. They are based upon chords, of course, but you don't have to hold the full chord always. Mostly, but not always. So I will show you the pattern here, and then you can do it in your own way. The most important thing here is to have somewhat of a pattern that pretty simulates pretty much the same as in the song here. But if you pick notes outside of this pattern I'm gonna give you here, which is the real one pretty much, and then it's not like you play wrong or anything. This is more by feel, this song here, and you can go back and forth and play around this pattern I'm gonna give you now. But anyway, let's take a look at the 6 chords or grips we need for the song. So the chords will be G, B minor, A minor, D7, B7, and E minor. All right, so the first G part here, normally the chord looks like this. You incorporate pretty much all your fingers you have, but for this specific song, it's just enough to hold 3rd fret on the E string. So 3rd on E, that's enough. So place a finger there. It's optional, whatever you want. And yeah, we're gonna play this part for G. All right. So that is 3rd on E, open D, back to 3rd on E, then 2 times on open B, then 3rd E, and open D. All right, so so that's the first G part, and all the other chords there will pretty much be in the same pattern, just different bass notes, and so depending on what chord you're holding. So the next chord here will be the B minor, and I suggest you hold the chord as it is. So that it will be a bar chord. You place the bar on the 2nd fret from the E string up to the A there. So 5 strings from bottom up. And then you need to add 4th on D, 4th on G, and 3rd on B. All right. So you will play this part. All right. So that will be 2nd on A, 4th on D, then back to 2nd on A, then 2 times on 3rd fret B string, then 2nd A, and 4th D. So you see the pattern is pretty much the same here, just a different bass note. So that's the B minor part. Then you go to the A minor, and I suggest you hold the chord as it is there as well. So that is open A, 2nd D, 2nd G, 1st B, and open E. And the pattern and the strings will be just the same as the B minor, so it sounds. That is open A, 2nd D, and back to open A. Then 2 times on the 1st B, then open A, and 2nd D. And that's it. So that's A minor. Then we have the D7, and it goes like this. Open D, 2nd G, 1st B, and 2nd E. Okay. You can really, if you want, skip the first B here, so just enough to hold this if you want to. It could be educational to just learn the full chord as it is, to learn the D7, but anyway, it looks like this. You don't have to have the first on B string. We're not going to use that. So one round goes. And for this chord here, it's played in the end of the pre-chorus, so it's nice if you can stop at the first time you play the second E string there. I'm gonna go over the notes first and then show you where to stop, because it will have to be stopped there to make a pause there for the upcoming chorus play later on. But the full part of D7 will be open D, second G, and back to open D. Then 2 times on the second E string, and back to open D and second G. And where you need to stop later on is after you have these 2 notes on the second E string. You stop after the first one played. So here you make a stop and pause later on. So I'm gonna mention where, but that's the D7. We have the B7 as well. So it goes like this. It's a bar chord, again on the 2nd fret, same strings there, from the E string up to A, 5 strings from bottom up, and then you need to add 4th on D and 4th on B. And the pattern will be 2nd on A, 4th on D, back to 2nd on A. Then 2 times on 4th B, 2nd A, and 4th D. So far we learned the 5 chords G, B minor, A minor, D7, and B7. All the patterns here has been the same, just different bass notes, so to speak. And yeah, a little bit small changes there, but anyway, very similar. The one who reaches out a little bit extra here will be the E minor in the last chord here. It goes like this. Okay, so here you're gonna play. You can actually hold nothing here to start with. It's just open notes. So open E, then open B, and back to open E, then 3rd E, then open E, and then open E again, bass note, and open B. That's it. So slowly it goes. And that's the E minor. All right, so now we're actually ready for playing this song here in different parts of it. So we'll start with the verse play. And yeah, as soon as you learned the patterns here and feel comfortable, this will be very, very easy to handle and play this song here. So one chord progression of the verse will be G2, B minor 2, A minor 2, and back to G2. So it both starts and ends on G. So that will be 4 if we go over to the 2nd round. So you're gonna play 2 rounds of that for the verse play. So 2 chord progression rounds of this G2, B minor 2, A minor 2, and G2. I'm gonna play 2 rounds for you so you understand how it's done. Let's go. That's 1. 2nd. So remember, I mentioned that you can play outside of this exact pattern here. So if you play other notes than the actual notes there, it doesn't hurt too much. And that's the reason for it's better sometimes to hold a full chord as it is, not just the actual strings you need. Because if you go outside, you will not be playing wrong if you hold the full chord. Because it fits there. It's like a family of notes. So if you don't play it, no problems. If you play it, it belongs there. All right. So you could play something like this instead. You see? I played it outside and it sounds very nice anyway. So that is the verse play there. G, B minor, A minor, and G, 2 string rounds or picking rounds per chord for 2 rounds. And that takes us to the next part, the pre-chorus here. It's played A minor 4. And then we have the D7 3 plus the part 1 I was talking about when you make the stop there after the 4th note. So A minor 4. A minor 4 there. And then you have D7 for 3 rounds. And then on the 4th round you play and stop there. That pause builds up for the chorus. So that's the only thing you're gonna play for the pre-chorus. A minor 4, D3 plus part 1. You're just gonna play that for that only round there. No more than that. And that takes us to the chorus parts. All right, so one chorus round goes G2, B minor 2, A minor 2, and D7 2. All right. So it's very similar to the verse play, you just have D7 instead of the G there in the end. So I'm gonna take you through 2 rounds of that, and that's what you're gonna play for the first chorus. So. Right, 2 rounds of that, and the second round, perhaps you noticed I played, like I said before, outside the box there. Doesn't hurt. Actually could be better sometimes also to have some variations there. So that is pretty much what you're gonna do. The second round will be exactly the same. So second verse, no changes. Same goes with second pre-chorus and the second chorus. Exactly the same rounds of everything. So, and then after the second chorus comes the bridge parts. We are now about 2 minutes and 15 seconds into the song. I think the lyrics is heartbreak is hard, but it's harder. That's where we are. 2 minutes and 15 seconds into this. And we're gonna play now the other chords that are left here. So you're gonna play and start with B7 for 2 rounds. Then we have the E minor for 2 rounds. Remember, this was a little bit different from the other chords. And then back for B7, 2 rounds. And then E minor again for 2 rounds. And then A minor 2. And then the final chord we have B7 for 1 round plus 1 extra note added. I'm gonna show you that pretty soon, but first B7 1 round. That's 1 round, and then you're just gonna add 1 extra note there from the actual chord, and that is the 2nd fret on the E string, which is barred there in the bottom. All right, so you're just gonna play B7 1 round plus this extra note and a pause, and this pause builds up for the final chorus. So B7, the last round there plus the extra note. I'm gonna take down the tempo so you understand what's going on there and play for you. Pause, and then we are in the final chorus parts. All right, so we have now the final round here of this chorus, and it's played again for 2 rounds, but just a different ending here. And it will be that you're gonna play 2 rounds of it almost. When you come to the last chord, the D7 in the second round, instead of playing it for 2 full picking rounds there, you're just gonna play 1 round plus part 1. All right, so again, You make a stop after that second E string note there, and that pause means the end of the song actually. So that pretty much covers Lawrence Spencer Smith's Hey. So Annie B, thank you for reaching out here to me on Gordon Guitar. A nice song there you wished for. I hope this was educational and not too much info, or I mean that is pretty much what you need to know to handle this song here on a guitar. So hope you enjoyed it, and all you LSS fans out there. So keep on wishing here on Gordon Guitar. Perhaps it's your song next time. And till then, play tuned.